we go. I still had Mystery Dungeon DX in there. Ugh. That doesn't do me any good.
I imagine this is not going to be a very populated stream. Many a person is playing Animal Crossing, and I completely, as you can see, 17 people playing Animal Crossing. Or 17 friends online at the very least. They're not all playing Animal Crossing, right? Actually, let's take a look at how many people are playing Animal Crossing today. YouTube, Mystery Dungeon, Mercenaries, I don't know what that is. Amy's playing Stardew. Animal Crossing. I That ought to be fun. We're not starting this stream out in the exact same position that I wore my Switch's battery out. I almost did earlier. It's been charging for a little bit. Not that it needs to charge to get on 64 hours. Not that it needs to charge to get into that. Not that it needs to charge while I'm streaming. Jesus. I'm at the Go Park because I was getting my friend a Meltan box. Because, he's getting really into Go's competitive scene and wants a Melmetal. Did I recruit anyone? There was a pig. I forget what her name was. A white pig on an island. So now, my actual island will have 2 pigs. And, a flexing elephant. Oh, great to hear, Brie. Green hair. I've been considering dyeing my hair purple, but probably can't. Though I don't know, with how the things are going in the world, if that whole that was horrifying. If that whole oh hey, everyone gets $1,000 thing goes through, I'm probably just gonna end up quitting the job. Because I'll be making just as much money there as sitting on my ass. But you're saying, comic, you could have $2,000 things. And I'm like, I could, but the more I think about this job... Well, it's not that I'm not liking the idea of this job. It's that I've now have my heart so set on the other one now that I feel like this one's going to get in the way, but... You know. Hello, Soul! So that's just me, me thinking out loud. If everyone got $1,000 in the U.S., I would pay rent. I did see Bardacuno. It was really good. I thought I responded to it. I guess I didn't. Loved Bardacuno. Bardacuno made me very happy. I'm trying to remember exactly which floor we got to. I think it was this one. Yes, it was this one. Okay, I healed up. So let's get BDSM out in front, and we'll continue on. Yay, scientist man, what's good in the hood? Now, I was talking with Mom the other day because I found a single gray hair on like underneath a lot of it yesterday, or the other day. I was like, oh shit. Like, it's one, and I don't know. I was like, if I go gray, I'm probably just gonna end up dyeing my hair purple. I think that'll be really fun. Let's give Outrage a shot. It was not enough. Oh god. Because there was this one professor at Towson, I never had him, and I never actually learned his name, but he had bright hair, bright purple hair. Bright purple hair! And he didn't have a lot of hair, but my god was it bright, and my god was it purple. So I don't know. I'm thinking purple might be fun. Plus, I like purple. So, why not have it? And I go into work and they're like, whoa, you work at this place and you have purple hair? And I say, hell yeah, motherfucker, I got purple hair. I say, hair, yeah. Am I right, kids? Animal Crossing New Horizons hair. Okay. Yeah, I think mine is just, still just plain brown. I'm not very creative with my hair. I was gonna have it, I wanted it to be more purplish. Oh, wait, I forgot, I can probably do that with Nook Miles now. I'd do that in New Horizons right now real quick, but, my Switch is currently in use, if you haven't noticed. No, I've never dyed my hair. Fortunately, I haven't had to. My hair used to be very black, very dark black, and now it is, the older I get, the lighter brown it becomes. And I'm not really sure what the science of that is. But, I don't really care, because it looks nice. Interrupt the stream to go do... I would if both of these games didn't take a year and a half to load up. But let me tell you, the game... Ooh, flash cannon. More like flesh cannon. Haha, penis. The game on the Switch that I swear takes the longest to load, at least in my experience, is Dragon Quest Builders 2. That shit straight up takes like 2 minutes to get back in after you got out of it. And the issue is you kind of had to turn it off kind of frequently, or else it would start accumulating little errors, and that's no fun. Do I want to get Flash Cannon? Confuse Ray, Dazzling Gleam, Scald. Yeah, we have plenty of Fairy coverage. And Fairy isn't really... I'm not really too concerned about Fairy. I don't really know what I'm doing. I know I'm just trying to get the coverage in, but I don't really need it. Is Kangaskhan a MILF? Yes. Not in my eyes, but someone absolutely wants to give Kangaskhan the business, so to speak, and she is a mom, so... Can I have this? If I'm not mistaken, he gives you that after all this happens, which is the only reason I didn't go hunt down a Porygon right away, because I'm just like, I'll get one for free. But its Fraggle is more like, dee-doo, dee-doo-doo. It is the Final Fantasy VII Pokemon. Yeah, I'm aware. Well, I guess if Team Rocket had to take out anything, I guess a big business would probably be the best thing to do. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Go-Grunt and the female Go-Grunt, female Rocket Grunt and Go, could withstand it, so to speak. Very. Oh no. Doesn't Silph Co make everything in Pokemon? I know they do all of the Pokeball technology, but I don't know if people could. Kurt makes Pokeballs out of apricorns, so why can't or apricorns? Why doesn't Why don't they just get a couple more people to do that? Like, oh, we need to mass produce. I'm like, well, maybe if the catch rate in Let's Go wasn't so atrocious, we wouldn't need so many Pokeballs. I really like the idea of the apricorn ball. It's just the issue is I don't really ever take advantage of it anymore. Because it takes a straight up day to get it back, and sometimes my playthroughs don't take long enough to really enjoy it. How does one even make balls from apricorn? I think it was explained at one point that they kind of like hollow out the apricorn's flesh and then do some stuff with that or something. Just kind of like the husk of the Pokeball. And then probably put some primitive tech in there. Some nano machines or something. I don't know how a straight up regular Pokeball works. Is that going to be in your Pokemon Johto game? No. No, all time-based systems I completely scrapped. Like, there's no day or night system in RGH either. I completely scrapped that. Mostly because I don't really like the idea of being time-gated out of things. If someone wants to rush my game, I want them to be able to get all the fun out of it. And if they could only play at night, I don't want them to be like missing out on things that only pop up in the morning, for example. So I just scrapped time systems. What's RGH? It's the Pokemon game I'm working on in Essentials. It's going to be kind of a stripped-down experience in a lot of ways, just because I'm using the plot as a bit of an excuse to just cut out things that I A, don't like, or B, things that just don't really work well with the engine. Like, Gen 2 breeding is a fucking atrocious mess that just takes too long to get anything done, so instead of going through and fixing all the step cycles to make them shorter, I'm like, well, why bother breeding in a game that you're not going to be able to do anything with outside of itself? So just scrap the breeding system and put all the egg moves back into, like, it being like a move relearner move, or just mixing the moves into their moveset. That kind of stuff. I don't really know about Betray. What's the shiny method for RGH? Find one. The shiny rate is hey, Epic! The shiny rate is much higher than usual, like the standard rate being 1 in 8,192. The one in RGH is like 1 in 2,400 or so. So you're just you're pretty much 4 times likely to as likely to find a shiny. So. I might end up doing something else with that, like, hey, get a shiny charm, or something like that. I was gonna say I could use Ice Beam on this guy, but I actually don't think I need it. Though we do need something to handle Lance. Though we do have Dazzling Gleam, so I'm also not too concerned. Yeah, New Horizons has been a lot of fun. I've been putting a lot more time into it than I thought I would. Because usually with, like, Animal Crossing, I expect that I'll just, like, get my daily chores done and then probably just go and play, like, RuneScape or something. But I've been kind of just, like, running laps around the entire thing. Running laps around my town and then getting a bunch of fish. I've almost got enough to pay off my my first house debt. I'm like 20,000 bells short. And I did get a gold nugget, which I could have just sold right away, but I didn't, because I figured I can use those. Probably make golden tools later on. With how rare the golden nuggets seem, it does seem like kind of a waste just to burn it for 10k, when I'm getting money pretty fast as is. I'm about to say, there were just so many good games that came out this year already. I found a single wasp nest. I found like 4. I caught 2 and got stung by 2. I was about to say, like, the first 2 days of the game, like, all of my selfies just had the bee sting. But I'll purposely shake trees with the net out just to catch them, because wasps are decent money. It's the tarantulas that I just can't seem to get the swing of. I'm usually not ready for them when they come around. Sometimes they either just get the jump on me, and I get sent back home. I caught the very first one I saw, but the next 3... Oh, thank you? But the next 3 just got the jump on me, or I missed. Well, there we go. We got a Lapras. And I didn't even have to catch it. Figured that would have popped up a little later, but... I don't know, maybe you should make more Master Balls, but then it's like, oh, if you get the Master Ball, then you won't buy regular Pokeballs. Fucking capitalists. Team Rocket deserves to fuck you over. Yate it! Yeah, they're worth a dump truck load. But as a whole, money hasn't really been an issue. It's been quite nice, actually. Oh, the coughing survived. And it knows Dark Pulse for some reason. I don't know why I wouldn't have expected Dark Pulse. I'm trying to think of what else I've been doing in, I was going to say Let's Go. New Horizons. It's just been a lot of fun. I've had a genuinely good time with it. Because I didn't really dig New Leaf all that much, and I don't know why. Just like, I tried playing it, and I just never really got into it, but then... with this, it's just been great. Like... I probably already... No, I put like 74 hours into New Leaf. But I don't think I actually enjoyed any of it. My only issue with the crafting system is that, I don't know, it's kind of adding a layer of, well, I don't really want to... Like, I'm using my tools and having a good time, and the game is like, okay, well, stop having a good time real quick and go make more tools. Like, I get what you're going for, but... at a certain point, it does start feeling like busy work. Like, there's really no reason that my my watering can should be breaking so fast. Like, I'm watering flowers, not, like, chopping down a tree. I can get the axe and maybe the fishing rod breaking, but I know I'm not swinging my net that hard. And I know I'm not watering my flowers that hard. But I do like the idea of a crafting system. It is kind of cool to actually just kind of make the stuff myself. Except for how rare iron nuggets seem to be. Oh, Ace, you forgetful little scamp, you. I'm gonna give you kudos. I don't know, it's like I gently pour some water on my flowers, and then the whole thing just... I would hope my watering can has a hole in it. How else would I get the water out of it? You're pouring water on your flowers, and all of a sudden your can just dissolves into dust. It's like, ah, you've watered your 10th flower today. It's like Thanos is snapping just, Thanos is snapping tools away. And then I really don't like the... Ooh, Dragon Pulse. I got some good TMs in here. I've, certain tools needing, like, hardwood and softwood, like... Jiminy, man, that's a lot of, it's a lot of capital I don't really want to put into just making another watering can. And no one gets Dragon Pulse. The watering can is made out of softwood. But it's like, that's... You know. I imagine it's going to be less and less of an issue as I go on, but, like, it is a bit of a weird start. It's probably got the slowest start out of any of the Animal Crossing games, I would say. But I never played the GameCube one, so I actually can't say for sure about that one. And I think I only played City Folk, like, once. Well, it's not soggy wood. Softwood is its own, like, thing. What about the upgrade? I haven't wanted to make any of the upgraded stuff because iron nuggets are in such short supply and Nook wants 30 of them. It's like, yeah, go spend Nook points, and it's like, I kind of need these Nook points for more like important upgrades. Like I finally got the upgraded inventory slot, which is like, oh yeah. The upgraded inventory is absolutely the first thing you should go for. Huh. I'd say go for it, Kat. That one sounds like it could be a really fun addition to your collection. Yeah, I thought that was a brand new thing, Hanyu. I had never seen a glowing spot in the rest of them, so it was cool to see. I like getting money for nothing. It's great. You're just gonna give up and sit on a couch, huh? It's like, well, we are screwed. Guess I'll take my break early today. You can plant the money tree? I was about to say, pretty much every tree has been the money tree, because I'll shake things just to see if I can get any wasps. And, it'll be like, hey, here's 100 bells. Oh, here's 100 more bells. $3,000 bells for 1,000 bells? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. Or I plant 1,000 bells and I get 3,000 bells. That would make more sense. That one I would definitely do. Time to send out Funny Dog. That's how Mafia works. Look at this cat. I'm going to throw money at this cat. Ha 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 ha. I'm rich now. Imagine planting a money tree at a loss. I don't know, it seems like it could be a good idea, just, get an entire grove of money trees going. Invest 15k, get 30k back. In addition to the 15k you already put into it. I was hoping this would be like a little healer thing, because it kind of looked like it, but, I guess no such luck. Yeah, I got oranges as my default. I kind of wish I got peaches. But, oh well. Oranges are good. And then my mom sent me apples. I'm like, it's like you don't even know me at mom. Well, if you're planting 15k, you make a 30k profit because you're getting 45k total. You get back the 15k you invested and get 30 on top of it. Sonic boom, sonic boom, sonic boom. Poison jab, poison jab, poison jab. I'll say, I've just got so many games going on right now that I can't, it's hard to kind of, balance between them. So the big thing I'm doing right now is, when I'm playing Animal Crossing, I'm doing, like, AFK stuff in RuneScape. Damn, Hanyu, you stole my peaches and gave me your oranges. Y'all seen the new song? I saw a little bit of it, and it kind of goes back into my usual state of, this is vaguely funny. Red fruit? You cherries or apples? Like Bryce said, we are clearing this place out nice. Money, money, money. But that was my big thing, is I didn't think the Sonic 06 fan dub was funny at all. But as a whole, like, redubs and abridges, I generally don't think are very good. I don't think, I think most of them are just, they're okay. They're boring, usually. I find a lot of them to be very, very boring. Well, some of them are boring, and then some of them are just, like, outright bad. Like, there was this one Attack on Titan fan dub I saw, and it's just not funny at all. Like, it's like the point where it's like, Eren is like, remember, for those who have watched or read Attack on Titan, when Eren is, on trial, it's like, oh no, he's a Titan, he might be bad, and he's on trial, and then Levi beats the shit out of him to, prove his innocence or whatever. God damn, fuck this wheezing. The whole point about it, it was, like, the whole, like, big joke of that one in the dub is just like, what? You're Carla Yeager's boy? And then it just, like, spends, like, the next 5 minutes, like, joking about how apparently Carla was a slut, and he's like, oh, she's the town bicycle. And then just, like, 5 minutes of Yo Mama jokes, like, oh, your mom thought STDs were Pokemon, you gotta catch them all. And I'm like, this could have been funny if it was literally not anything like the way that it is. It definitely feels like a 2010 series. Something that would have been funny in 2010, but I think it came out in like 2018. I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, and I don't really know why. I hear that one is good, I just never got around to watching it. But as a whole, like, I just don't think most of Bridges are funny. Like, DBZ, and as well, I was gonna say DBZ Abridged is good generally. The first 15, like the Saiyan Saga of DBZ Abridged now, it's just dated and not funny. And Namek kind of takes a while to pick up. It picks up its stride by the time the Ginyu Force come along, and then it remains consistently good. But as a whole, most Abridges don't seem to. It's kind of like how when the angry video game nerd came on the scene, and then everyone just tried to be the angry video game nerd, but no one realized why the angry video game nerd was funny. It's like, it takes a lot to be creative and clever and actually funny, and a lot of people just don't have it. But that is just my opinion. Because I don't know, I can't really say a whole lot. It's not like I'm the best writer in the world either. I couldn't do better, is the thing. I know I couldn't do better. But I also don't think that you have to be good at creating to be able to understand why you enjoy something. It's kind of like when people are like, oh, what, you can't judge, you've never made something like this, and it's like, you're right, I haven't, but I haven't made paintings either, and I can understand when this one sucks and this one is good. Okay. Bit of a weird subplot, but what floor are we on? We have a lot of floors to clear out. Now, I can be funny as like a one-off thing, but like as far as scripting goes, scripting is very difficult for me. It's very difficult to make jokes and to have to try to refine them over various drafts. It's easy to kind of do one-off things, but when you're trying to like tell a story, a comedy-based story, that is difficult. That is very, very difficult. Reactionary humor can be simple. It can also be very bad, but it can be simple. Actually having to script out jokes can be difficult. Eradicate, eradicate. That's what another big thing in RGH is. I made the villainous team's Pokemon a lot more varied. There's a little overlap, but generally you're not just going to see a bunch of Rockets or a bunch of Raticates and a bunch of like Coughings and stuff. God, the Yokai Watch 2 LP. It was so good. I love it so much. Ooh. I think that's a little something something. I don't think we have anyone that can learn it, but... Yeah, I doubt anyone here. Ava could probably learn it, but Ava also doesn't need it. Oh. Thought there might be an item in there. Very excited to do the Yokai Watch 3 streams. Rab helped me figure out how to get stuff onto a homebrewed or a hacked 3DS. So now I just kind of have to wait until I have this fair cash to be able to buy a 2DS XL and homebrew it. And then that'll be fun. We can do a lot more 3DS stuff. Talk about like, like Birthright or Yokai Watch 3. Maybe some Monster Hunter or 4 Ultimate, because I fucking love 4 Ultimate. I can try more things just for fun. Dragon Quest 8. I still need to actually beat Dragon Quest 8 myself. I want to actually sit down and enjoy that. But I can do Dragon Quest 8 right now. I own it physically. Because usually a lot of the issues I have with games like 3 and whatnot is that I bought them digitally and I didn't buy them on the recording 3DS. Or in the case of Tomodachi Life, I redeemed it on the wrong 3DS on accident. And Nintendo don't care. So that'll be fun. You should play a Dragon Quest game. They're very, very fun. Well, some of them are. I wouldn't recommend some of them, but for the most part, Dragon Quest games are a laugh and a half. I have a very, very good time with Dragon Quest as a series. Like, I wouldn't recommend 2 or 7 to first-timers, because 2 is ludicrously difficult, and 7 is the slowest burn I've ever experienced in an RPG. Like, I think I've already put 30 hours into that, and I think I'm still in, like, the first quarter of the game. And part of it is just me kind of being slow and exploring and grinding a bunch, but there's so much to the game, and not all of it is, like, interesting, so to speak. It is very much the vignette structure of 6, but taken to its absolute logical extreme. It's like, wow, we have all this space on a PS1 CD, what can we do with it? And the answer was make 100 hours of video game. Fortunately, they kind of calmed down with that. Like, I got the Platinum Trophy in 11 in only 80 hours. Whereas on a Dragon Quest 7 PS1 run, you're only 80% of the way done at 80 hours. Plus, yeah, 7 3D's English localization is not good. It's running both the English and Japanese scripts at the same time. And as a result, the menus lag a lot. Everything is very laggy in 7. Plus, they kind of changed how the job system works. Kind of changed a lot of little things, and it's kind of unfortunate. Anyone who knew me, anyone who knows me knows that I was super excited for 7 3D. And when I got it, I was like, wow, I really wish they didn't bother now. I rather would have been mad at Square for never bringing it over than being mad at Square for having brought it over in the worst way possible. Bravely Default was fun. Not my favorite RPG in the world, but I had a good time with it. I thought it was fun. I stopped having fun around Chapter 4. At that point, I was just like, okay, I'm kind of ready for this game to end. And then, you know, chapters 5 through 8. And I know in the middle of chapter 7, I just got bored and stopped for months. I don't think I picked it up for another, like, 3 months after that. And I'm surprised I actually picked it back up. Usually when I drop RPGs, I don't tend to pick them back up. But I think at that point, I had just gone through surgery and I needed something to play, because I was burning through my backlog really quick. And then I never bought Bravely Second, because as cool as it looks, I really had enough of Bravely by the time I was done with Default. So I'm probably not going to buy 2. I don't think I'm that pressed for an RPG. Unless it goes on sale for like 20 bucks. Or even, maybe even 30. But it's like Octopath. I would never... Actually, you probably couldn't pay me to play Octopath. Octopath is, ugly. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Octopath is fucking gross. Like, everything in the background is just so, like... Everything's so bloomed. Everything is so, like, out of focus in the background. I get what they're going for, but just looking at Bravely Default gives me a... Or, not Bravely Default. Octopath Traveler gives me a, gives me motion sickness. And then just straight up, it's not a fun game. It's, everything is really fucking damage spongy. It's like I figure out the right strategies to beat the boss, and it's like, okay, cool, you got that. Go do that for 20 more minutes. It's a love letter, but it's kind of like it's a love letter to the classic RPG, but there's a difference between being a love letter to a classic RPG and just kind of... It's kind of the same way as Yooka-Laylee kind of does the 90s collectathon thing. Yooka-Laylee is very much a 90s collectathon, warts and all. But we should be... You can do a love letter to a genre without rotely copying everything bad about it. And that's really the issue I kind of have with a lot of the, It's my issue with Octopath, it's my issue with Yooka-Laylee. Like, yeah, these are certainly games. Games that I was kind of hoping would, if we were going to go back to them, we would kind of have better versions of them. Nice stuff on you. Alright, now to ride the warps all around, because I don't really remember which is the way to go. Or it's not that I don't remember which is the way to go, it's just that I think it might be different in this one compared to, the standards. Which means I really have no clue what I'm going to do at, Cinnabar Mansion. If I'm not mistaken, this is a good way to go. Here we are. Oh shit, it's him! How do you feel about that, Archer? Holy crap, Lois. I'm Archer. From the hit show Archer. Yeah, maybe should have repositioned my team a little bit. I thought there would be one more thing, but I also would have seen them, but no excuse. Arbok and Weezing. But on the bright side, at least I can, do this real nice. We're going with Outrage. You just can't pick who it hits. Get a payday going on Arbok. Well, I feel like that's gonna hit, I had a feeling it would hit Weezing. But now I got money. Uh-oh. Funny dog, your spine doesn't work. Unfortunately, Weezing can't hit that hard. I kind of figured that would happen, which is why I wasn't too pressed. And then Sizzly Slide on Weezing just in case he targets Arbok. I feel like we should be able to take these guys out real quick. I love how fast doubles loads. That's about how long that should take. It's okay, BDSM. We're gonna beat this anyway. Oh, I got funny money. Damn, decent amount of cash. I was showing my friend, right when I got the Meltan box, I was showing my friend how the Pal Park works, and he transferred an Omanite over, which is good, because I feel like we have a, I feel like we had the Dome fossil. So I was glad he brought the Omanite in, but it took straight up, I think, 30 Ultra Balls before I caught the Omanite. I was like, yeah, this is how long this should take. Now, Mr. President. Oh, he's mad. Oh, so you were working with Team Rocket, huh? That's a weird, change. How hard could he possibly be? When we're this OP? Hey look, it's Giorno Giovanni, hey. It is the Peschetti Post. 39, huh? What if I use Scald? I knew Fake Out was coming. A better question is, why doesn't Giovanni just shoot me? I'm a kid, and he's already doing a hostile takeover of a business. I feel like murder really isn't going to get him all of that much more. Plus, who's going to admit it? The president? Who just made a deal with the mafia, apparently? Haha, but what if Pokemon with gun and was edgy? Rose Gold Heart coming 2021. I've seen so many of these Rhyhorns recently in Go. I've already got a bunch of them shiny, so I don't care. That's kind of what it looks like shiny. A little burnt. When did we join the Mafia? I don't know. Yeah, Funny Dog is the one keeping him in check. Oh, you survived a scalding. Oh, shit. That's okay. I lived. I feel like Psychic probably would have been a one-shot, but... I don't know. I was feeling risky. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of just like Giovanni likes gambling. It's like, whatever. I'll chance my entire plans on being able to eat this, or beat this kid. Not eat this kid. I'm gonna vor this child. Yeah, okay. Give me the Master Ball, old man. Oh, so you did have the Master Ball, you fucking liar. Oh, don't worry. I've got a plan for it. I don't know, I feel like voring the child would probably make a really big impression on the president. You'd be like, see what happens when you cross Team Rocket? And he just eats a child. Boss, you ate a child. Boss, you made a call-out post for a child. time to use it to get a Pidgey. No, I have something legitimate planned for this thing. I very, very much need this. I am going to vor Donald Trump. Did I open up all these doors? Looks like I did. Cool. Silph is a lot easier when you have a better bird's eye view of it like this. I kind of like buildings with fountains inside of them. They're like, artsy. No, they're kind of fun to see. I was about to say, did they get hazard pay for that? I feel like they should. Wow, we really did that! I don't know, we kind of took on a huge criminal syndicate. I guess if that was the extent of our accomplishments, that would be pretty dope. Nice. And now we got Pornigon. Seriously, I always want to swim in the fountains, and it's like, oh, you're not allowed to do that. Well, it'll probably give you, like, a disease or something. I can't imagine it would be very healthy to swim in the fountain. Okay, if we get this next gym badge, we might be able to start our next hunt. It just depends on how far we can get into Route 24 with it. Well, let's get BDSM back out in front, because I feel like it's legitimately our best chance to beat, Saffron Gym. Yes, very nice and quiet. It's gotta be the coolest place to work, except for, you know, the terrorism. Cool, thanks. Which shiny will be next on the list? Execute. Aw, I'm a pig. Zooey. I want a nice golden boy. What in the goddamn hell is this? This seems much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. At least 45, huh? I wonder. Well, that's a pretty cool way to handle it, actually. I'm down with this. White kid points at cops and say real superheroes. I love that one, which is to say I hate it, because it really is just some 50-year-old white person probably just sitting there fuming that there's a black teenager outside. Uh-oh. Thought we were going to be able to handle that better. Well, whatever. Finish the job. Slice! You're dead. And now you're sleepy. Kadabra. No, we could have stayed in. I won't now, because that means, I'll get beaten up, but now it just means our good girl can handle it. I wonder if we could take this thing out with a single fake out. Haha! You are frail. And I am cool. Bag. Do I have some awakenings? I do. Yes. BDSM woke up. What was the psychic's name? I didn't actually check. Huh. Guess you'll have to go back in the stream and find out. No, I have a decent idea of where I am. I was about to say, doggo, you're gonna get a disease. You're going to become diseased. Your ease will become dis. You're gonna get the demonetization virus. Shit, I actually said virus. I wonder if I'll actually get demonetized for that. What are you talking about, Ace? She's great. Look at how happy she is. There she is. Unfortunately, Haunter is very frail. Oh, the Haunter actually was a girl. Nice. Fortunately, they're very frail. It's doggo. It's Dojo. Alright, so y'all have heard of Dojins, right? Now get ready for... This is not the pattern I thought it was going to take, man. You've heard of Dojins, so now get ready for Doge-ins. I'm funny, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Doge-ins. It's Japanese fan art of Doge. That one's actually even better, Race. Never mind. That's what I would call a kennel. It would be the Doge Inn. That way people would be like, "Oh, it's a little inn for your dog. Isn't that cute?" And then every porn actress is like, "Haha, funny. That is porn." Cool your thirst, soul. She is rather cute, though. What do you have to say for yourself? I actually wonder how we're going to be able to handle Sabrina. I'm not, like, worried about it, but these warp panels don't make any sense. Yeah, okay. We're getting closer. You're just gonna turn away from me, huh? We're not going back to the DSL. Yes, let's go talk about better internets. Internet providers. I was gonna say it's a shame that there were no ghost type Alolans, but there is a Alolan Marowak. Why won't the channelers use a Alolan Marowak? All my viewers should drink water, stay hydrated to be able to withstand the social distancing. Take that, Haunter. Aren't you haunted by the pain of losing? Oh. I was gonna hope BDSM could handle all of it, but I guess not. Slurpeth water. Water. Quack back. It's like how before, in pre-release Black and White, you know, the games used to come out like months and months and months before they would come out anywhere else. So we had to give fan names for some of the Japanese names. Like, the three starters were Smugleaf, Pignition, and Oshawott was torn between Derp Derp and Water, like Otter and Water. So that was fun. So yeah, Slurpeth water. Drink. Drink the starter Pokemon. It's good for you. At least we got plenty of money coming in from this. How many of you were there for pre-release Black and White? That was such a fun time. Just like when the game finally came out, and it's like we got to see the entire decks laid bare before us, and we're like, whoa, what is this gonna be like? There's so many of them. And I remember someone explaining Genesect. It was like, yeah, it's a bug and steel genocidal UFO. I'm like, what is that gonna look like? And it was not what I was expecting, but gosh, I love Genesect. Don't like how they're charging for it and Go, but those are some good times. Man, I was so hyped for Black and White, it hurt. Like, 5 months before the games even came out, my local GameStop had, Alright, this is fucking annoying. My local GameStop had, like, hey, pre-order ads, and I saw them on the shelf, and I was like, oh, that must mean they're ready to come out! And it wasn't. I still had 5 more months to go. It's like, I can't. It hurts too much to wait. Which of these haven't we tried? What about this one? Awesome. That's fun. I love warp puzzles that with solutions that aren't really all that sensical. So now I feel like I'm going backwards. Fuck it, I'm looking this up.
I don't feel like I want to deal with this.
So we're gonna look up LGPE Sabrina map. Okay. Which means I feel like we were... I feel like we went into the right one and the game just didn't give it to us for some reason. Yeah, the teleporters here are not fun. They take a long time to actually get anything going. We went into this one, right? We've been in here before. And now it's giving us something different. I don't really like that at all. Yeah, back when I was first playing it, it was, a lot of things back, like, a lot of the DS Pokemon games, people just weren't playing them for. Like, Diamond and Pearl, I had friends who were playing it, and that was really cool. But by the time Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, and even Platinum, I was really playing a lot of those alone. So, it's kind of a lonely time. Though I did pick up some friends around the time Black and White came out, so... That was around the time I could start, like, making, like, online battle teams going. and like actually play with people. And then once X and Y drops, like everyone was so online with it, and it was like, okay. Hey, Sabrina. That's not really psychic so much as she just threw a spoon too hard. She doesn't look okay. Is she not okay? X and Y wasn't very good. No, it wasn't. I played that one probably the least out of any Pokemon game. Just because there was nothing to do. Then I tried breeding for like another 30 hours, and I'm like, this isn't fun. And I just put it down and never picked it up again. I think at that time I just started playing more Pokemon Showdown at that point, and it's like, okay, I can just play the games with their plots. And then their plots started getting dumb, so I just stopped caring, and I left. Now the Slowbro will probably survive unless we get a crit. Hey, a crit! Hey look, New Horizons. Well, look at it this way, Ace. You finish one route, you've got two more. So, you could always just go jump in and go do another route. You were playing Golden Deer, right? Because if you were, enjoy those final battles. They are definitely cool. And there's a Lakazam. Uh-oh. Yikes. Ooh, boy. Most of the people are playing New Horizon. We checked right before the stream came in. Alright, let's get you nice and softened up. Yeah, I was surprised how quickly Golden Deer ended. Why is Ava faster than BDSM? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, but nope. Ends in 21. Oh, she doesn't look happy at all. She's just like, I have to watch this person high-five an Eevee right now. Father will be disappointed that I lost a child. You weren't even part of this. Go on, Everaz. And now we can leave. Weave. Wow, that's creepy. Rad. So let's take Funny Dog and fly it on over, because how do you think teleporting feels? I always imagine that you die when you teleport. Like, you yourself dies because all of your atoms are being reconstructed, but that doesn't mean you're being reconstructed, it just means your atoms are. Your consciousness probably isn't the same as you. So teleporting probably kills the you, but your body survives with a different consciousness. Why are there buildings inside that? How big was that gym? I don't know, you can fit a lot of big stuff into a small space. I'm always surprised at how big, like, certain, like, fun establishments can be. I went to this indoor mini golf place, and it was like it was like 18 holes, and it was not a big space. Madaquith. If Madaquith was upset, she would be Sadaquith. But on the contrary, if she was happy, which she is with me, she would be Gladaquith. I think I accidentally fought him. And him? Maybe those two don't fight. Maybe just that one doesn't fight. Well, the question being, if it has the same memories and everything, but it's not me. If my consciousness ends, it means I died doing it. I might exist, but... Comic might exist, but I don't. So, I don't know. And no one would really be able to explain it, because, like, you wouldn't be able to know, because the person who comes out on the other side still has a consciousness with all the same memories, so you still think you're you. So no one can tell except the people that died teleporting. It would be weird. Actually, I don't need to do that. I'm pretty sure I can one-shot Cloister with Mega Drain. And if not, what's the worst that happens? I just Mega Drain something else. In fact, good. Heal me. Nice. Well, just imagine, like, if you die while teleporting, all you hear is the Thanos beatboxing for the rest of eternity. Well, but it's not really yourself that can't tell the difference. Like, I die, but, like, the new consciousness still thinks it's alive. It's a new version of me, but the consciousness that's experiencing the world right now can no longer experience anything anymore. It's basically just a new person that's a straight-up clone of me in my body with my memories, but not me anymore. Is how I take it. To everyone else, you're basically the same, but to you, it's like, you might have died. And who knows, maybe that's all just horseshit and you teleport just fine. It's not like anyone would be able to tell. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't want to teleport. I would want it to be like a, Well, with VLR handles it in a much cooler way, because you're not really teleporting so much as you're just swapping consciousnesses with someone. Which is pretty jacked, because in, what was it, ZTD, they mind jump directly into someone else right before they get blown up. So imagine your consciousness is being ripped away from where it is and being put into someone who's right about to die. Like, that's pretty fucked. But the way I see it is, I wouldn't want, like, molecular reconstruction teleportation. I think it would just be cooler if we could figure out how to get wormholes to do it. So you're not teleporting, you're just ripping a hole in between where you want to go and essentially warping there. Kind of like Kurogiri's ability from My Hero Academia. Wormholes are definitely the way to go about it. In my humble opinion. ZTD is hilarious because it fucking sucks. I was not happy with ZTD. I didn't like it. But that's just how it is with a lot of things. I don't think long-running series should end. Trilogies are just not good. Often. Like, you set up the one thing, you have no idea what to expect. Then you make the sequel where you still don't really know what to expect because it's just kind of taking the formula that currently existed but touching it up a bit. The same thing works for Danganronpa 1 and 2, by the way. And then by the time you try to finish up the thing, everyone knows what to expect, so you can't really shock people anymore. And it's not fun anymore. ZTD, not CBT, you horny bastard. Because, like, Danganronpa didn't have a good end. Zero Escape didn't have a good end. When things end, they're not good. Is the thing. Clinical baby trauma? Kinda, yeah, actually, huh? I'm gonna keep that one in mind. That one's funny. Mataquith, you're really 50! BDSM, you're really 50! I haven't had an end yet, so it's hard to say. It could end very poorly for me. Oh. Like if I ran into a giant, fucking stinger boy out in the ocean. Like, you see how long, like, Manowar tentacles can get? When Pokemon was like, yeah, they can get 80 feet long, like, the tentacles, I'm like, that would be weird. And then I see what Manowars are like, I'm like, oh, that can actually happen, huh? It was also the same thing with Mass Effect, from what I remember. It's just, by the time it ended, it wasn't a good ending. When things end, they suck. Long-running series, just leave them on cliffhangers, or just maybe do a little better with your ending. It might also be an opinion thing. That's going to be my biggest concern with Project 3, is when people experience Rose Gold Heart's plot, and then see how it ends in Project 3. It would be like, I don't want people to be disappointed. I'm working very hard on it. But that's my big thing, just... I'll give you something else to ride, Sweet Pea. Dolphins or whales? Yeah, I would guess. Because, well, Vaporeon can also live on land. Oh, wait, Ace, here's the thing. Why the fuck did whales do that? Go out of the ocean, and then go back in the ocean, but then still need air. Why did whales do that? Didn't we already talk about? I don't know. I talk about so much shit in these streams that I can't remember. I can't keep track of what I've already said or not. Well, do you also discuss amphibians in your class? Are frogs part of your marine biology? Or are you just, like, mostly, exclusively aquatic creatures? Are you? No. I don't even necessarily know if I would want a shiny Tentacool. Tentacruel's kind of disappointing. Kirby milk. Don't like that. Comic egg. Don't like that even less. Here's my cool factoid about frogs. We were cleaning our pond earlier, and a big frog came up with it and then slid back in and swam away. It was fucking huge. It was a little scary, actually. Yeah, Tentacool is like purple with green gems, and then Cruel is kind of just different shades of what it already has, from what I remember. So yeah, kind of scared me a bit. Yeah, do fish fart? Comic develops an oviposition no. No. I don't really like, things where, bodily autonomy is invaded upon, really skeeve me out. Like, especially when things are like, like, during, like, tentacle porn where it's, like, the tentacles, like, being forced into the girl's mouth, that really fucking skeeves me out. I don't like orifices being invaded. It really, makes me uncomfortable. So that's my, my thing. Yeah, snakes can fucking fart, like, loud. I saw, like, a video on Twitter about it, and that thing was, like... And it honestly would have scared me if I heard it out in nature. Like, if I heard a snake farting out in nature, I would scream. Well, no, first I would laugh, and then it would be like, oh, that's a snake fart, and I better get out of here. And I would leave. Well, do fish... I feel like this is a really stupid question to ask. Do fish drink? Or do they, like, just absorb water? Like, I know I read sea snakes will, like, drink water, and then they can... Their body can, like, they can use their tongue to, like, push the salt out of it and just swallow the water. And cannibalism is funny. It's okay. That would make sense. Alright, we're going into the Seafoam Islands to catch us a hot ziggity biggity. We're gonna catch us a bigoted, bird. The biggity boink bunker. There are actually a couple shinies I want in Seafoam Island, but, Wait, I could have been healing here the whole time. I've came here once. I forgot I think I did a quick shiny hunt in here and nothing came of it. But I had a 31 chain and I wanted to see if I could do anything with it. And the answer was I couldn't. Yeah, I should get off, Ava here. So fish pee is really salty is what you're saying. That I feel like I got way too excited, like, sounded about that. What's up, friend? I'm gonna call this one shark. Yes! That was a little racist. Yeah, Seal Shiny you can barely tell, and Slowpoke is another one. Slowbro is a really pretty shiny, so I would like a shiny Slowpoke a lot. How much experience do you have about, like, those creatures that live at, like, the very, like, near, like, the thermal vents? Those ones are really interesting to me. I feel like we should just have an entire stream where Ace answers, marine questions. Like, people can ask all the fish questions that they, want to know, and then Ace can answer them, and then Ace can use that on, like, as like a, oh, look what I did, and then submit it for, extra credit points. How much do you know about ore fishes? I think those are super dope. Oh shit, nice Hanyu. That did a lot less than I was hoping it would. Ace Q&A Marine Biology Project. Well, I could, oh my good golly gracious. Oh, it was a crit. oarfish. It's like A-O, or O-A-R. And they're like really deep water, and they're like really friggin' long. They're like, I don't want to say 80 feet, that feels like it's way too much, but they're really long. Long boys. Yeah, Shiny Slowbro is beautiful. I love that purple and gold dynamic it has going on. Oh, it lived. But will I? I heard of the Phoenix Cluster. I have a distinct feeling I'm going to regret asking what that is. Yeah, my whole thing is I like really big serpentine creatures. I'm terrified of snakes, but also vaguely fascinated by them. Did all that for 5 rare candies. I feel gypped and I got it for free. I'm gonna go heal up from Potion Lass. Oh, Jinx. Oh, hey, a wild slide. I didn't know slow bros themselves were here. Jiminy. 26 feet. Okay. I don't know where I got 80 from. I knew that felt like it would be too long. Time to push the block. But yeah, if I saw anything 26 feet like that deep in the ocean, I would. Because imagine like you're like in one of those like submarines, and then that motherfucker just comes out of the inky abyss and just swims by, and you have to be like, "Wow, we're not supposed to be down here." I don't want this old man offering me his balls. What's with this moss that's growing here? General ocean mood. Yeah, that's kind of my big thing. It's all really fascinating, but I wouldn't want to be on the front lines discovering it for myself because I would scream. Oh, strong push stays for the entire dungeon. That's great. I don't have to use it every single time. Now, that reminds me of a post I saw where it was just like, "Hi, yeah, can people with foot fetishes stay about 1,000,000 feet away from me?" And the next time it was, "1,000,000 feet, you say?" with a very excited looking reaction face. It was very funny. Thought that one was hilarious. K-pop when the comic cries. Well, yeah, well, space is galaxy of this. You see, I thought Phoenix Cluster, the way you were explaining it, makes it sound like it would be like a bunch of fucking like warts onto someone or something. Yeah, I already know space is really fucking huge. Most of space doesn't scare me because a lot of it is so far away that it could never feasibly impact me. The ocean is creepy because at any point I could go drive down to the beach and have to come face to face with the fact that this might be right here, but I still know nothing about it. In that sense, the ocean is a lot. You can survive the ocean probably a lot easier than you could survive space, but the ocean is a lot more immediately scary because at least we know for a fact that there's stuff in there that's going to scare the hell out of us. Whereas space, though unlikely, still could be feasibly empty. Slopic. He's praising the sun. He's praising Jesus. Wait, I just came this way. It's not what I meant to do. I wanted to go over here. Actually, I don't remember where I wanted to go now. I'm already lost. I mean, it makes sense. You can't breathe space and you can't breathe water. Let me tell. No, I've already told this story. Never mind. The Mission to Mars ride at Epcot. I'm gonna tell it again. Fuck it. It's a ride where they kind of really do kind of put you through a little bit of basic astronaut training. Like the ride does like the centrifugal force spinning, and you're experiencing those G's, and there's a lot of G's. And the point is, someone said, like, hey, this might be this can be a little intense for some people. And Casey and their parents are having fun with it. Uh, and meanwhile, as that ride is going, by the time we finish, I don't remember a lot of the ride because I started graying out. And I could feel, like, just the G-forces forcing tears out of my eyes. Just, like, my face... It's kind of like the same way when it's really cold out and your eyes just start leaking. That's kind of what it was like here. I was just like, wow, I can't feel a diddly damn thing. I'm going to vomit and I'm going to die. And I managed to not vomit, but, like, we get out and, like, my face is just, like, green. And Casey and their parents are like, yeah, that was so much fun. And I'm just sitting here, like, I almost... like, sitting there green in the face and shell-shocked. I'm like, yeah, that was a blast. And Casey's like, oh, fuck, are you okay? I'm like, no. No. But that was kind of how the whole Disney trip went. Like, we'd end up writing something that made my shitty baby belly, get a little, like, utsy. And then, I would spend the rest of the day trying not to throw up. I have a very sensitive stomach. How you do, Gong? You're okay, buddy. I'm not gonna make you feel better or anything. I would have loved to have turned on baby mode. I actually don't know if I caught or evolved one of these or not. I guess I won't try too hard. Oh, well, I've got it. I feel like I evolved a seal, but yeah, I've definitely gotten one. Well, now I have two. Ooh, Sucker Punch. Nah, Crunch will be fine. Well, Crunch does the same damage, and I don't have to, like, worry about prediction. Slow bro, sweet chariot. There's also a kind of a similar thing when we were at Busch Gardens with Kish and Sages. Okay. Towards the end of each day, I was because it was already kind of hot out. We were eating a lot of different food and riding a bunch of different rides, and I just was getting a little, like, sick to my stomach by the end. Kish is like, yeah, let's go ride the Griffin, which is this ride that has no floor. It goes really fast. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. They're like, don't be such a bitch. I'm like, Kish, I'm gonna be a bitch here. And so I go into the bathrooms, and it's slack off day, and I catch a shiny slack off while I'm puping. And I finish up, and I go back. I'm like, oh, I wonder how everyone's doing. And I come back, and I see Kish, Sages, and Aya walking towards me. I'm like, hey, my friends, how y'all doing? I just got a shiny slack off. And Kish looks horrified. I'm like, did something happen? And Kish is like, someone threw up on me! And I'm like, oh no. Sage is like, yep, they were going on the ride, and then they felt, he's like, wow, I was really sweaty gripping the rail, but it turns out someone just fucking vomited all over the railing. And then Kish has already wiped the vomit off on their pants and jacket and whatnot. I was like, oof. Sucks, bro. And that's when I named the shiny Slackoth I just caught Kishvam. So now my shiny Slacking is forever immortalized as Kishvam. That whole experience was fun, gotta say. We were gonna do it again this year, but I have a distinct feeling that the food festival probably isn't happening this year. Which is a shame, because I would really like to do it again, but straight up, it's probably just not happening this year. I'd go outside, but I don't want to have to reset all those things if those things do reset. However, I think we're just about done, which means I want to put really want brown note out in front. Yeah, there's a couple things I want in here. Shelter and Slowpoke, to be specific, so we'll probably end up coming back in here to do 2 different hunts. Which I'm okay with. I enjoy the hunt. Yeah, that's the worst. This whole thing has been a little, odd. There were a lot of things I thought I was going to experience soon that I just don't get to right now, but that's kind of just the same thing with a lot of everyone right now. Yeah, let's just completely sweep this thing. Hey, bird. Why'd you have to look around like that? This thing was right in front of you. Bart! Articuno used Reflect. Well, shit. Don't matter to me. Yeah, I brought the second player along just so we could finish this up real quick, like. Not that I think it's going to be particularly difficult or anything, but... We've already shown that we can beat a bird underleveled, and we're not underleveled anymore, so it's not as thrilling. Oh, shit! My baby boy. Oh, hey, I forgot I was using Sissy Slide. You tried. You sizzly tried. I would have liked a shiny Articuno, but I already have one in Go, so I'm not that pressed about it. We will be shiny hunting Mewtwo to cap this series off, though, so don't think that we won't be shiny hunting a legendary. That's what I'm saving the Master Ball for. Nice! That will be an experience, but by then I should hopefully have the Shiny Charm, which means with the Shiny Charm and a Lure going, there is a 1 in 1,000 chance of having your Mewtwo be shiny, along with being able to get it 1 time per 1 in 31 catch chain of getting it down to 1 in 273. So if I come in with 31 per stream, I can at least have a really good chance to open up each stream. Which is my plan. I'm prepared for a long hunt, but with the Master Ball, at least I don't have to worry about catching it. I just have to worry about, I don't know why I keep falling for that. I just have to worry about actually getting it to show up. Which will be a good way to end a shiny stream. A nice soft resetting one to really suffer. Boink. I knew that was going to be the one. I don't know how I knew it, but I knew it. Rad. Got us an Articuno. Now, how do I get a 31 catch streak for an Articuno? It freezes water and makes it into snow. Is that all you have to say? Rad, that is one whole Articuno just for us. Now we have to get out of here. Leave me alone. Why is this thing following me? This thing is following me! That's spooky. I don't like that. You get away from me. Wow, I didn't like that. I'm not gonna let that Tentacruel bullying me into wasting my balls on it. Do you know how much a Pokeball is? It's more than my monthly salary. Which is to say, it could be anything, because I don't have a monthly salary right now. My job was supposed to start 2 days ago, but it didn't. Whole thing got postponed. Can spawn a legend. Is that for real, or are you just messing with me? Because it sounds like something that Let's Go would do, but it also sounds like, because that would be cool, because that would be a great way to shiny hunt the birds. Rad. My friend got a shot. Oh, oh my god, that can actually happen then. Okay, cool, so I can shiny hunt the birds that way. Not gonna stream that one, because that would be a lot, but maybe on my own one day. Club Penguin. Ace, you are a tiny baby. And I'm going to bully you now. Marine biology, more like marine biology. Ha! I'm bullying you, Ace. I'm being biphobic at you. We'll waddle away from the haters. See, when I was young, I played RuneScape like a real baller. I think I do have a Meowth. I guess I don't. I thought I might. I guess I evolved into a Persian and just stopped caring. That might not be a bad strategy to handle Sabrina if you're really struggling. Oh, I forgot, we can bring back our fossil here. I completely forgot this place existed. Would you hang out in a room like this on purpose? This feels like a very clinical room. I wouldn't want to be there. Yeah, I was playing RuneScape right before the stream, actually. That and Flight Rising. Doing some grinding there. Casey got me really into Flight Rising. What is this machine, then? Why are you talking to a bookshelf? Wait, no, weren't we already in here? Yeah, I think we were already here and revived our fossil. I just forgot about it. It's been like a month since the last stream, so I'm not I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I guess we did bring it back already. Which means let me check my decks real quick. Kish was telling me about an RP server. Not only that, but I already evolved it. So it is just the Omen I need to worry about. It's... Okay, so... Let's go back to, let's get the old Amber. Kish was telling me about a World of Warcraft RP server that's just, like, the most, like, ludicrous, like, ERP stuff. And I mean, it's not even, like, it's not even sexy. It's just... I wish I had the exact, Hold up, maybe I can find this. They sent me a screenshot, and I'm pretty sure we laughed at one of the words of it, so I could probably just look up that particular set of words, and maybe it would pop up. What's up, Dave? Because I gotta share how, like, ludicrous this is. Oh, could this be it? No, that was too recent. Shit, I wouldn't know. Was it horsecock? Was that it? Did you manage to escape Animal Crossing? Fortunately, I kind of did everything I needed to do today, so it was kind of easy for me to at least set it down and do the stream today. There we go, we got old Amber. Let's see, could this have been it? Certainly is not. I have no idea where it is. But anyway, the term fuck sludge was used as a colloquialism for semen. That was one that really got us. I wish I could read the whole thing was just like filled with like that sort of like things that no one would actually say. It was like his virile. What was it? They think that they called the penis a bitch maker. Hold up, if I look up bitch maker, I misspelled bitch maker. Oh, was this it? Oh fuck! I found it. All right, I found it. I found it. It's gonna be a little. It's gonna be very NSFW. So if you don't want to hear that, you should probably mute the stream for a couple minutes, or like 1 minute. I'm going to read this out loud, and you can experience just how terrible this server is. Because this apparently wasn't even like the worst example from this server. So here we go. Obey, submit, kneel. You ain't got a chance. Massive. That's the one word that describes, and then it's censored out, so I guess either Kish censored their name or they found it somewhere. Looming over the lesser races, this superior Draenei smirks with constant contempt. Perfect and flawless flesh lined with all matter of ink, purposely dry an eye is all about her figure. Her colossal horsecock is barely contained by her crystal plate armor, while muscles threaten to break those coverings whenever she moves. Bullhorns curve upwards in a vicious arch, ready to gore the weak and unworthy. Her hooves are riveted with steel plates and thunder with each step she takes. Her heavy chest draws plenty of attention, bolted to her broad chest, making even the trashiest elf whore look flat. That spine sure knows how to bear a load, even as it curves about, pushing out her wide, eye-catching ass. This stallion heaves around a matching cock. Blank's drooling bitchmaker hangs almost to her knees, while being equally as thick and vein-wrapped. Dangling beneath that pillar of dick meat are a pair of constantly throbbing nuts, bloated by thick, virile fuck sludge. So yeah, that's the kind of shit that that server apparently is just rife with. what did I come back to? Jesus! Sorry on you! Oh no! Hey, we got an Aerodactyl! Yikes. Yeah, that's apparently what that server's all about. The stank is another recurring thing. Things just smell in that place, apparently. Just a grody scent of love meat, or whatever the hell they would call it. And, like, I get, like, the whole, like, instinct, like, the whole thing about it is, like, pheromones, but it's just, like, this just sounds like y'all don't wash your dicks. I actually think I need a Magmar. I'm not sure if I got one or not. Now, it being a Fuda isn't the weird thing about it. It's the fact that it's just a very oh, I don't have one. Very descriptive. It's, Jiminy Christmas, this thing is fast. Very descriptive. More so than I think it really needs to be. Very verbose as well. Very verbose Vagrant. Should we try to shiny hunt for Magmar? I would love to shiny hunt for Magmar. I like shiny Magmar a lot. I don't think Brad would appreciate that. Fuck Sludge Vagrant. I mean, there's a lot of shinies I still want in this game, and there's a lot more we still have left to do. The series isn't ending anytime soon. I'm just not going to be doing it as frequently. Like, once I finish the plot, we'll kind of make it a once-in-a-while thing. Because there's a lot more streams I want to get back to. You dig? I'm really glad that it doesn't just ask if you want to push the button now. Yeah, Shiny Magmortar is about as subtle as a giant pink cannon. Can I not read any of these? Hello, Brian. How you doing? We keep meaning to do more Explorers. I have it all set up. Casey's been very busy lately. It's very hard to get them available to stream, and especially not at the time that we would like to stream at. By the time Casey's free, it's usually very, very late. So, your best bet there is to just kind of hope for them to go on like a break, like spring break or summer break. That looks like less of a beard and more like he's just like ate some chocolate. Shiny Growlithe is really nice. Hopefully that goes well for you. I really like Shiny Growlithe. I've got a couple in Go, actually. Yeah, I have the whole family Shiny. A late night drawing stream could feasibly happen. I don't see a reason why we couldn't do that. Big coughing. Look at me, I'm coughing. I would like to do more drawing streams in general. It is more fun, especially it's more fun to do it with other people. Solo drawing streams, I kind of lose my my steam on. Like that Sinnoh drawing stream. Once I got about halfway through it, I was like, wow, I would really like to not do this anymore. It was running out of ideas to make it actually funny. Magmar, that's okay, I don't want you. I'm just trying to establish or finish up this stuff. I mean, yeah, I could feasibly do that. No real reason I have to do it straight on YouTube. You. Oh, Ace, you sound like me right now. Isn't that about to pop up right next to me? Rattata. Yeah, that sounds like it could be a really fun way to do it. Though part of the issue is it seems like the best drawing streams seem to come out of, like, when I give up on a stream I didn't like and we just sit there and draw instead. Those random ones seem to pop out the best stuff. Scald! -1 Graveler. I probably should have done that at the end of the last Starfy stream, but I was too mad at that point. I got a feeling this lady's gonna try to use Fissure on me. Don't matter. Because we've had 2 ground types, and Dugtrio's big thing is Fissure, so this has gotta be Earthquake or Fissure. Or maybe not, that's a Poliwrath. Which means Mataquith is the best way to go about it. It was true, I got very, very salty. That was not fun. I already wasn't in a good mood that day, and it did not pan out. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe it was just going to use Rock Slide. That would be a nice TM to have. I think we got a couple things that could benefit from it. It would give Ava something to do against, like, Blaine. And just give us overall better coverage for, Starfy Salt. Just give us better coverage for Dragonite. So come on, give me Rock Slide. Nice. Now who can learn it? Ava can learn it. What could I get rid of? Brick Break, nah, Crunch, meh. Dizzy Punch gives us the stab, but I don't really think we need it. We can always just relearn it. Rock Slide gives us more, oomph, and now we can handle flying types better. Without having to solely rely on Brown Note. You know, I've never gotten through this place without a map. So I'm very curious to see if I can actually do it. Foul play. I guess if I was using a Lowland Persian. Nope. Of course, now this seems like it's probably easier to do now, but we shall see. Because what if that's just a big pit into a pile of nothing? I mean, it's possible. The legendary Silph. The fee of salt. Cool. One shot, one kill. Nice. What else you got for me? Magneton? I better leave. Oh, Ava. You can wait, Va. Yeah, let's go for Funny Dog and use Sizzly Sled. Hello, Piri. A bunch of things that can be shiny just spawned outside my house. But I don't think any of them... Well, I already got a shiny Houndour today. I was very excited about that. I was pretty much at rate for that, which is, I think, the longest it's ever taken me to get a shiny. Very happy about that. Though Swablu also took me a long time. Ahoy, Mr. Krabs! Well, we got everyone coming in now. Magmar. The levels already kind of flew up pretty quick. Those Rocket members were really easy, and now everything's like, oh hey, 45. We've beaten up so many scientists today, we're like, I'm sure there's a joke to be made there. Don't run at me, Magmar. Be nice to me. Ooh, silver Razzes. I could really use those. I was hurting for some even golden Razzes. That would have been lovely too. The fact that I got silver Raz, very nice. I can worry less when I shiny hunt Magmars and stuff. We're an anti-vax Facebook group. We're just beating up scientists. Oh. Oh. Oh, jeez. Enjoy thine shower, Ace. Well, that was just a whole load of unfortunateness. Alright, Metacrith. Save our butts. The scientists beat back. Just don't paralyze me, come on. See? Easy. I think Thunderbolt's only got like a 10% chance. So we hit a 10% chance and then a 25 or something percent chance. We hit a load of unfortunateness there. Muck. Well, I was gonna use Kenshiro, but now I can't. I guess being invincible to poison beats at beating it in one shot. How do you like the Thunderbolts? Oh. I was gonna say I could use Mirror Shot, but it's Magnet Bomb that, ignores accuracy. And Thunderbolt, apparently. The Fish Whisper? What's that one about? I've never heard of that one. I would assume it's about fish and the man who whispers to them, but that could mean a lot of things. I think I bought all the Firestones I needed. That's unfortunate. This one's an exit. Wonderful. Why is that kid here? He just feeds fish and turtles just cuz. Well, that does sound wonderful. Yeah, this place is way easier in Let's Go. I think it's also just the angle that kind of helps us out with it. We got Sludge Bomb, that's pretty nice. I don't know if we really have a use for it, but... Oh, fudge, man! Ditto! I thought these were only in Cerulean Cave. Let's grab this. It's one of the last things like, my dex is getting very small at this point with the amount of things I still need left, so... We grab this, and that's one last hole in the dex to worry about. Didn't know what it was at first. I also wouldn't hate a shiny Ditto. They're very nice, but... That one's probably a little lower in my priority list. My beefy babies. Yeah, I think with that, we really don't have much left to worry about. Let's see, I still need to pick up that Bulbasaur and finish that line, so that'll put us up to 147. Then I need to do this line, which would put us up to 150. And then just Moltres, and then catch that Omanite back in the Go Park, and we'd be good. Yeah, I can just about finish that one up at home. And then we still need Hitmonlee, but that one would have to be, time to Hitmonlee. We'd have to either get into Victory Road for that, or transfer it over from a Go Park. Four. And I don't think I actually have any spare Hitmonlees in Go, so I'm not sure about that. But there's only really, like, one more plot stream we'd have to worry about, so... Uh-oh. Well, it's just a Coughing's physical attack. What am I worried about? I was gonna say, you send out a Ghostmon against these guys, and it really just sits there and can't do anything. I say we keep going for Rock Slide, just so we can potentially get the flinch chance and not have to keep eating explosions if we can avoid it. How has this man not been arrested for terrorism? Is that all this is gonna be? Just explosions? I probably should have sent out Brown Note, huh? But I also like the idea of just eating all these explosions and being fun. It's just funny. That's less funny. We'll send in Brown Note on the next one. It's also worried the Rock Slide might just straight up miss, and then I would have to eat an explosion and then the toxic poisoning, and Ava might not survive that. That would be an unfortunate combo. Oh, ain't that something? Can't beat that. But we're still going to Brown Note just because... I don't know. I feel like he actually stands a decent chance of, Yeah, they are literally sludge bombs, aren't they? Huh. I didn't think of it that way. Good on ya. I don't think there's a single thing that Weezing can reliably do to, Brown Note here. Or we can just take it out in one shot. We probably should have sent that one out to begin with. Oopsie poops. Got a lot of money for it, though. It's like 7 whole Ultra Balls. Radicate, radicate. It is rat. Bye. Kate. Evacuate. There's a lot going on here, isn't there? Can I sleep in these? Nice. Aha! Electabuzz. We meet again for the first time for the last time. Shiny Electabuzz is also one I would enjoy, because it's really the only one in its line that has a good shiny. Elekid you can barely tell, and Electivire is... It's subtle, but there, but... Electabuzz definitely got the best out of all of it. Lamau. And that's why we kept Fake out. But you attacked me, I was trying to walk on by. A lot of broken glass in here. I'm going to dance on it. I'm taking damage. This place was really, like, weird and uncomfortable in Gen 1. It's so unlike anything else in the game. Like, you get the feeling of, wow, I shouldn't be here. That's spooky. As to why the gym was locked away behind this, I don't know. Gross. It's even creepier in Let's Go. Oh, hey, Casey's playing. New Horizons. I think we'll all probably just hop on the same island real quick after the stream. That'd be fun. Kind of weird that there's a full heal right there, but... There's just not a whole lot left in the dungeon by the time you're at this point. How does Miltank use Milk Drink? That one's easy because its nipples are like 5 feet long and dangle everywhere. How does Go-Goat use Milk Drink? Alright, we can go in now. Hey, Blaine. I love the little mustache and glasses on the guys. That's really funny. But yeah, this is going to be Kenshiro's domain. But Ava can be a nice follow-up in case something goes wrong. Oh, is this going to be a quiz show? Ain't that something? Oh my god, the little mustache clog. Little Magmar in the background. Can I not talk to her? I wonder if she has anything even, like, scripted to her. Hey, Blaine. Let's do it. Oh, but I want a Blaine doll. Oh. Well, I want 5 Blaine dolls. It kind of looks like it's Giovanni's head shape. It would actually probably be better to lose all these, huh? But at this point, I'm pretty over-leveled to begin with, so... tombstoney. A hot-headed quizmaster. I feel like all of that would have been okay. I like the idea of him being a dork now. That is really funny to me. Just good. The man had a hard life of torturing Mewtwo. Actually, let's do it. Funny dog. You can't break through my invincibility. I can't be touched, and now I can't be stopped. Figure we have it, we might as well use it. I didn't figure BDSM would have survived a single hit in Sabrina's gym, even with it. He kind of does. He kind of does look like Eggman. So I've been right into Arcanine, huh? Is that his big beefer? No, I think his big beefer was Rapidash in gen, or it might have been Growlithe. Who knows? Their ace feels like they change every now and again, anyway. Because I know, or at least I was pretty sure, Koga had a totally different team. But it's weird, because in Gen 1, he didn't use Magmar, even though Magmar was so prominently featured in the anime, but the game did come first. But Magmar was, like, never used by, like, a big guy. You figure the Fire-type guy wouldn't just use Growlithe, Arcanine, Ponyta, Rapidash. There were so many more Fire-types that just kind of got ignored. Beautiful. Suck on that, Blaine. Two badges in one stream, not bad. Definitely not going to use Fire Blast, though. I just don't like the accuracy being so low. It's too spooky to use. How did you get in? Did you get the key and have to put it back? I guess it's good info to show you where to go if you need it. Because I guess Gen 1 really didn't give you a whole lot of direction in that respect, but... I don't know, at that point it really felt like... It's a lot of Game Boy, like, action RPGs at that point were like... Or even just RPGs in general, it's like, alright, you've done everything here, just go back and check earlier areas, because there's probably something you could access now with your better abilities. A lot of those games were like that. Okay, so now we have to go to... Not what I wanted. We're gonna go to Cerulean and pick us up a pal. Yeah, there's a couple things I'm gonna set up here before we end this. Just because I need to focus on, you know, actually completing the decks at this point, just so we can have the shiny charm. Make the rest of it make the rest of the shiny hunting at least a little easier. Alright, now I was told there was a free Bulbasaur around here. Maybe it's in a house I never went in. That's cute. This feels like a Ligma joke in the making. I don't think I'm going to agree right away. Hello. Yes, I would. Oudish. Alright. So now let's see how... Well, with 7 badges, we should be able to get to that little grass patch. 6 might not have been enough, but 7 definitely should be. Huh, it wouldn't go straight up because we were in the eaves of the house. Interesting. You won't get in my way. By the way, when I was hunting for Poliwags, this is one of the few places Poliwags can show up, but it's so cramped in here that it's like not even really worth your time. That's the issue with a lot of like waterways in this game. They're way too thin and small. They should have been either they or the route should have been made bigger to compensate for it, because like there's just no room in there. Like shiny hunting anything water based would be miserable. Because there's either no room or you're obscured. Like, there's plenty of room here, but you can't see half of what's going on. Can't see ocean. Okay, so the soul badge definitely wouldn't have been enough. Hey, raspberries. I thought there might be stuff that might spawn here, but I guess not. Oh, but wait. Nope. I was wrong. And here's the grass patch I was looking for, so all we had to do was beat Sabrina. Which is a shame that it takes so long to get the ability to even get a single execute. And yep, there's execute. So that's what we're going to shiny hunt next. I'm not going to do anything about... Well, I'm going to talk to this guy first, just so I don't accidentally run into him if I'm shiny hunting. Is there anything else further ahead? Maybe this grass patch will be better. We shall see. Like, I'm just gonna look up to see, like, what the best way to shiny hunt and execute is. So with that, all of our setup is complete. So the plan now is to do the following. I'm gonna take, while I'm building up the chain for, execute, that should hopefully get our Bulbasaur all the way up to evolve it into an Ivysaur. Catching execute itself, we can just use a Leaf Stone immediately. Hitmonlee is in Victory Road, so we'll be able to get that there. I'm going to go catch the Omanite from the Go Park, evolve that, so beyond that, pretty much the only things we have left to catch are right here, so we can get the Shiny Charm and finish the plot up next stream, so we can get all of our good stuff all set up and ready to go. So I feel like I'm going to save again, just in case. Cool, so now it feels like as good a time as any to call it a stream. So thank you so very much for watching. Next time on Let's Go Eevee, which should come next Saturday, we're going to finish up the plot so we don't have to worry about Well, actually, no. Next time we'll probably just shiny hunt execute. It'll be the last non-shiny charm shiny hunt we do. But I would just like to finish the plot just so we can focus more on the hunts with all the tools available. So that ought to be cool. So with that, I am going to call it a stream. Thank you so very much for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful Saturday night. Stay safe, take care, and enjoy Animal Crossing if you've been playing it. Peace out, y'all.